Okay, we're broadcasting live again from the Pineywood School. Really excited to be with you, celebrating Juneteenth. Um, oh, we're in our library, so a picture of Morgan Freeman, Mississippi actor. Oh, let's make sure we can get that. Mississippi actor, and much, much more. Um, right behind me here, you're going to see a famous picture of Pineywood School, Mississippi Piney Woods. This is Bill Dunlap, who did this picture, um, showing you how important Piney Woods is to Mississippi. There are prints uh, available of this particular picture, and so at some point, maybe you will, maybe you'll do that. So this is like the wall of presidents or something over here, and so hey, see that guy up at the top? That's Lawrence Jones. And he's our founder, right? And then this guy right over here is Jim Wade. Jim Wade was the president after Dr. Jones, and very excited about him. Then this guy over here, yeah, all those alums that were here about my time, trying to get the glare out, will know that guy, Dr. Beatty, Charles H. Beatty Jr. Um, and then Reggie Nichols. Um, Reggie Nichols was president after Dr. Beatty, and I don't know what happened. There are no more photos of presidents on the wall. Anyway, it's not really that important. What is important is that this school has such a rich history, and I'm really happy to be sharing it with you today. Many people don't know this, but Pineywood School um, is such a historic institution because our founder has done so much, not only for this school, but really for the education of African Americans in this state. And one of the things that people often aren't aware of is that Jackson State becoming a state university was really due in significant part to Lawrence C. Jones urging the governor at the time. Pineywood School this was in the early 20s, early 1920s, so about 100 years ago. So Piney Woods was already stood up and erected at the time. Um, Jackson State University was actually at the location of where Millsaps College is today. Major Millsaps was a good friend and supporter of Pineywood School, a good friend of Lawrence C. Jones. And Dr. Jones was involved in the move to Jackson State to becoming a state university. It was at the time Jackson College, and it trained, as you'll hear in just a moment, ministers and teachers, because that was the great need that people had at the time. Dr. Jones got involved, and that's how Jackson State really became a state university, went from a private college to a state university with state funding. How do we know that? Just on yesterday, we were able to go out and visit with a former historian here at Pineywood School, our former archivist. Her name is Angela Stewart, and Angela Stewart is now at Jackson State University, but still loves Piney Woods, as you'll see in this next clip. So I just want to share for the rest of this segment a conversation I had with Miss Angela Stewart on yesterday about Piney Woods history, about Jackson State University, and how it all sort of ties together. And so I'm going to see if we can get Angela Stewart's video up. Yes, we can get it up. And so you can hear and learn more from her as soon as she comes on the scene. We're in our library, and oh, here she comes. So in just a moment, I'll let Angela Stewart take it over. As we're waiting for that to pop up, take a look again at what we're doing in celebrating Juneteenth. We've got two styles of T-shirts that we're using. Both of them show a tornado, as you can see here. This one shows Juneteenth, 1865. That was the year, right, that African Americans in Galveston, Texas, found out that they've been freed, right? And then you saw the other version earlier. And so we not have a Stewart video. No? Oh, okay. So everything is now online, and so things are buffering, and we'll put it up on YouTube so you can get the history. But while we're here, I will also mention that Angela Stewart shared some things with me yesterday that I hadn't seen yet, and one of them was about Pineywood's involvement in the Negro Leagues and how Negro League teams were started here at Pineywood School. We don't have as many African Americans playing baseball today as we once did, but just like we had music groups and just like we educated the children, blind African American children here, we also had Negro Leagues here, and that's one of the ways that people found out about Piney Woods is that the those who played in the Negro Leagues would go all around the country sharing Piney Woods School. As soon as we start the Angela Stewart video, they will they'll mute me out of the scene, right? But the And so it appears that the buffering is still continuing for us, but that's okay. We thought we'd come back and just give you a conclusion to this particular segment live here from Piney Woods. And I'll just step outside and allow you to be able to see more of what's going on here on the campus. And so Piney Woods has a beautiful campus. If you've ever considered coming and stopping by, we urge you to do. That's the library we just came out of. And behind me, you can see more trees and footage of the campus. And indeed, if we look over this way, you'll see that just outside of the library, we can get all the way back to where we started our footage early this morning with the Freedom Bell just behind me. And so that's the bell of love and freedom. Here every morning, we remind students that we practice love. Lawrence C. Jones said to the first incoming class, you've come here for freedom. So this is a freedom school. We ask you on today, this Freedom Day, that you support our work so we can continue to educate young people. You could do that by just going to freedom.pineywoods.org, freedom.pineywoods.org. That's going to conclude this segment, and we'll be back to you 19 minutes after the next hour. All right. Thank y'all so much. See you soon.